Greetings, fellow Anaholics. Welcome back to, well, our Megacity playthrough. There's actually something really cool happening here in the old world, and that is there is a war between Princess Ching and Hugo at the moment. And the cool thing is, look at that, Hugo Mercier is using sea mines, quite a lot of them. We can see them because we're allied with him at the moment, and we can see that he really plastered his islands full with these sea mines. That is pretty insane to me. Some advanced combat mechanics that we see there, and it should certainly be a lot, or there certainly is a lot of problem here if we would attack with our ships, with our fleet, and we don't see them, right? Because they're doing a lot of damage. I mean, this is a lot of work. Quite a lot of impressive work there. He's really done it with all his islands there. Pretty incredible if you ask me. Now, meanwhile, we do have, as always, a lot of work to do in our mega city. The first thing that I would like to do is I would like to focus now on my remaining or last tier 5 skyscrapers that we need. We still have a couple of open skyscrapers here that are tier 4. Let's just find us the tier 4 ones. I think here we have them, there we have them, and then we can see where they are on my island. And we can also see that, well, we still have lots of upgrading to do, especially in this corner there. There's lots of them, and also in this corner here where we still have quite a lot of them, plus tier 3 ones. That means we have 100 influence at the moment. I should be able to afford 2 more town halls, if I'm correct. 20 influence per town hall. And the first one, let's just have a look where we have the radius for them. We have one here, and I can definitely squeeze in another one here. And then for this whole district there, or probably a bit closer to the Iron Tower, but then they would overlap, and this is not allowed. Somewhere over there perhaps might be our go-to. Of course, using this very specific item in my town hall monument would have been nice too. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, because we basically have, well, our ornaments around that. By the way, one thing that I would like to check real quick here is, yep, there is no trees in here. Oh, there is trees in here. It's not looking so good, is it though? Let's get rid of them. Now that's much better, some trees and some flower beds there as well. Gosh, I love me the flower beds, especially because with the pavement they're doing so well together with the skyscrapers there, as it is just meant for this, right, to be like so. Now let's go ahead. We do need to find us a proper location right over in this corner there for our town hall. Now for that, I'm moving one of my skyscrapers over into this area there. I think we can still kind of like change their look to that. And I think this is not bad when it's directly adjusted to the bank there. After all, this is a pretty big city bank. And yeah, city banks do have dense surroundings there. This opens up a bit of space here now in this area. Let's just see if we can do this. Barely. It could be possible, right? Wait a second. We need to make sure that we are not overlapping. So this area should be fine. It is fine. Perfect. We only need to get rid of the roads there. No problem, because we do have the streets for it. And let's just squeeze this in here. It has then its city fountain right next to that. And let's just have it like so, that it's looking towards the bank, right? And then we have the fountain over there. This is really tight looking, but it's fine. Look, there's lots of space here for people to go around. And here we do have then a nice corner for some ornaments. Yeah, like a clock tower or clock house that we can have right here. That fits. And then also, let's just see a city light perhaps with some benches there. So because we just had the night, of course, look at that. A nice little corner that we have there where people can sit even during the night then, in this very dense little courtyard that we have over there. Now with that, we do have another town hall, and I should be having some of these items. And there it is, once again, the Blue Skies delivery service, maintenance cost, happiness, and bonus supply for these skyscrapers. It also reduces the demand, by the way, for basically my chewing gum and billiard tables and violins. And then perhaps we find something else. There we have, for example, the Pope Lucius. Should the Pope really work in a small town hall here in the town center? Bonus supply, that is not really affecting my people, so probably not. For my books though, this one here is another very good one. They have 2 of that. Happiness plus 18, workforce 15% increased, and chance of rights minus 30%. That sounds good to me. And that's probably the end of it for now. And then we still have this space here, so I just moved the skyscrapers a bit further outside. We're going to remove them or relocate them once more later. For now, that second town hall with the 20 influence that we can afford, let's have it here. The cool thing about this one is it's having its furniture store right next to it, and it's affecting this whole block, by the way, and that's the last blocks of skyscrapers that we need, so it's fine. Of course, I do lose some of my radius here to the hotel and to the furniture stores directly, right, and also the iron tower down here, but it's fine because I want to affect these skyscrapers here, and there's not going to be any more. There we have it, the last town hall. Let's have a nice little road in front of it, and then we might just have some surrounding. Perhaps, why not? It actually fits sometimes a fence, because this after all is a public building, and public buildings usually have some fences around them as well sometimes, and this is actually looking pretty fine with just a fence and some trees and some benches right next to it. This town hall here now, let's assign once again our Blue Skies delivery service to that for the last time, and then also I should still have, there it is once again with the happiness bonus and the workforce increase. Even the workforce increase, these are investors, right? It's not the biggest of boosts that we get out of this one, except the happiness. And my investors are really happy at the moment with plus 17. It's also time to clean things up a bit in Crown Falls. So here we have a police station and the marketplace. Both of them are not really needed anymore. We do have a marketplace here, and even that is probably not needed anymore. Nope, it's not. So let's get... Oh, actually, there we still have some workers. Can we upgrade them? Yes, we can upgrade these workers there. And it's looking like farmers. No, it was workers there too, right? So that we basically now have no need anymore of these. Let's get rid of the marketplace, the pub, the marketplace, and the police station there. No longer are those guys needed. And with that, we do have a bit of space available. So we could, for example, move, let's just move these people there into those corners there that we just made available there with the removal. And this makes it possible to move some of those skyscrapers a bit closer to the city core again, right? Where they do kind of like fit in. And we do need to change their look though. Perhaps we make some corner buildings here. Really cool how diverse these skyscrapers are. So there you go. And now on the corner as well, and then with normal buildings in the back. That should work out fantastically. And with that, we can also remove more and more of the skyscrapers that we have now in this corner there, just for the cleaning up process. There is still some space now available, so what we could do here is we could just make this one a bigger block. So we still, of course, have buildings to move like all the time. So there's still 2 more buildings that I can now squeeze into that to make one giant block out of it. There you go, righto. And that means that I can also now move the last 2 skyscrapers further into the center. And with that, we really have cleaned it up. These guys here are not, unfortunately, auto-adjusting themselves, right? So we always need to do this manually. And I always need to change the appearance of them as well, so that it does look a bit proper. I love these skyscrapers, by the way. So many details on them. Fantastic, really. Now, let's just check once again. I think chocolate is out at the moment. Ah, it's in again. Perfect. We still don't have enough chocolate, really, for all my people. Next up, far up here, close to the palace, we do have this clay pit where I said I would like to move it. We have made it possible now, so we have the permit. Let's move the clay pit a bit further up here. There you go. Into this remote location, and that makes it possible now to finally also finish this whole area. So we still have these blocks here to finish, and then those 2 guys there. Perfect. And we can then just build the street over that, and another district is coming along now splendidly. There is a marketplace over there. These guys here certainly will need another marketplace though. Let's just see, and we might actually add a new skin to that. Since it's still the holiday season, let's have a Christmas market tree or Christmas marketplace for now. And then we can just add a couple more houses into this very remote location of Crown Falls. Really, there's not much going on anymore out here, except for these last houses there close to the waterfall. I mean, it's actually a shame, right? We could do something out of this area there with the waterfall. On the other hand, it's really far away though, and very close to the palace, but really far away from the center.
We just have to
they have all of that, and we can, well, actually upgrade then quite a lot of them right away again. And what we should also be doing is, of course, as always, add some more ornaments to these areas. And I would like my temperate growth for now. And then also here. By the way, I do like how this is shaping up here with the river, and right next to that we have the buildings, and on the left side we have some industrial zones. It's a bit green in this area here. That's because of the oil refinery and my lumberjack huts here, so we might be thinking about something new here in this area. I mean, there's an oil well, right? People living right next to it, probably not the best idea, but I could definitely see myself having some more advanced factories there that don't pollute so much, but still add something to the area, like those guys here, for example. We do have the clockmakers, but I think they're boosted, are they not? Yes, they're boosted. I can't move them. By the way, we're still a superior metropolis. We had the impeccable, or the highest, the exquisite, I think it was, level already at some point, but it was only temporary. So now I think it's time to permanently reach the last attractiveness level. We do have some new ornaments here for the Botanical Garden, so we could start with that. I think these are now trees. Yep, perfect, that we can use here. I'm going to readjust this once again at some point, right, so that it does look better. We still need a few more here to fill in the last spots. And with that, for the final time, we have reached the exquisite metropolis without a festival or something like that. So it's a permanent status now, and I don't intend to lose it again. Highest level achieved, as magical as Cinderella's evening at 11:59. There's also this whole area up there with the bakeries. Let's just move all of that away. I think the bakeries are producing chocolate there as well. Yes, they are, with their boost, right? I could still boost the bakeries. The more they produce, the more chocolate also comes in side by side. They're all producing at 150%. And are we full on bread? Ooh, actually bread is pretty down there. But I have a surplus. I think we were out of grain then. Is that right? Yep, we're out of grain and flour then. We have enough grain though, so I just need a few more windmills. I definitely do want to keep these production chains here though in Crown Falls, right? For the chocolate production, and it's also, well, we should definitely have some industry there as well. The question is just where should I get it, and or where should I move it? Because I would like to use this area there for more city itself, and I think we might actually just use it up there, right? Because we have still lots of space up here, and I could just do this. The only thing we need is a proper layout. This one moves up for that. Having the flour mills up there actually would not look so bad. Alright, so there is a new bunch of bakeries coming along. We have them here, so they're being boosted by the trade union, and then we have the flour mills on the outer side. I think the flour mills though are they boosted somehow? It looks like they're boosted, right, by something. Nope, they're not really boosted. They do have the Department of Labor productivity increased by 10%, but that's basically it. And with that, we could have then the flour mills just here overlooking the city itself. Let's just have some roads there as well for this whole new bakery district. There you go, nice and easy. It's going to be lots of flour mills, by the way. With that, and I think that's the end. All of them are getting their road connection, this one here too, and I might still add a couple more down here if I need them, right? But let's go ahead, build the warehouses there in the center. They're going to affect all of that. Then we have another worker hub, and then I'm just building all of the bakeries now. That's actually quite a lot of bricks that we consume with that, and of course the workforce is tanking hard because of that. Let's get rid of all the bakeries here, and also of my trade union. And with that, we destroy once again another industry that has been active for quite some time, and open up this space up here. Further beautify the city. Now I definitely will need my chocolate production there once more. Very important. There it is, the fine cake decorator. And also, let's just see if we have any other things. Oh, there we also have once again an oil power plant that could be affected by the oil boost. I might have a look. We have so many trade unions at this point. It should be possible somewhere. I'm going to reduce the productivity here. It was at 50% down to 0, right? It's affecting the happiness for the farmers that were not so happy before. Now they are much happier, and it doesn't cost me so much of just building a few more flour mills than in this area right next to the warehouse there basically, and also to my bakeries, right? So they can also just get the flour then right from these flour mills then basically. Let's have another warehouse in this area up there. This one has been fully upgraded. This one just needs another road connection. And that's basically it. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to work out fantastically. Let's just keep this one now going. And yeah, woo, that's lots of space available now. Let's get rid of the marketplaces here. The fire stations we no longer need. We still have those rendering works, 4 of them. I will definitely also move them up into this corner. Not there. There we have it. 4 of them. And look at that. We could easily squeeze them in then just here. And that's probably what I'm going to do for the rendering works. There we have them. Or let's make it 6. Perfectly fine to have a bit of a surplus there. And then we can also get rid of all of the streets here that we have, plus the marketplaces and stuff like that. Also these ones here, and there is basically just one smaller warehouse that is going for the mines over here. And then another road connection over there. Perfect. I still see some dirt roads here. This is of course an absolute no-go, and that should never be the case anymore in my city. Plus we have enough bricks. Of course, that makes it possible to have a couple more houses than once more here in this area. Let's just go ahead and have a couple here, just beside the mine, basically. So these people, perhaps they find a nice work or a nice job here at the mine, and then, well, their commute times would be phenomenal, even though their working conditions probably not. And over here, we can still add a few more. I have no idea what to do with this area there, to be honest. Should we just plaster with more buildings? Or should we actually place something here? Very well, we can also upgrade once more these skyscrapers. I would like to go ahead and upgrade all of the level 4 to level 5 ones that we have in this corner there. So let's just go ahead and do this. Ooh, that was actually quite expensive once more. And with that, we see a few more of them here. By the way, what is taller? I think the Iron Tower still is a bit taller than those skyscrapers. And how many more do we really need now? Come on, don't push. Yes, perfect. We can finally start Skyline Tower phase 4, the last one. We have all the materials too. Let's start it. Now hold on, it's not the last phase, it's the glazing, and after that we still have another phase ahead of us. Oh god, I think we are going to need more tier 5 skyscrapers, but we should be prepared for that. Alrighty, construction has started. It's going to take us a while here once more. Now of course we're not going to wait. My airship oyster catcher has arrived in Larsen with an item that we crafted with the scholars, if you remember. All production buildings get electricity. They also cost a bit more, but who cares about the costs really at this point. Let's build us the trade union here in the brass district. By the way, this once again pushes us really down there with the influence. And now we can finally build the Pertwee turbo generator for these brass factories. And as we can see, now they're being doubled basically their production. And isn't that nice? We need all the brass in the world. And we also need some paved roads there in my industry sectors. Bente, are you real? She actually threatens with a war declaration. This is something I did not expect. Of course, we're paying for now, but you can't be that strong again. She's catching up once again on the military score, but it's impossible, really. She's got only small islands everywhere. And in the New World, I mean, she's really doing the most of these small islands, as we can see. They're completely plastered with towers, and every inch of these islands is being used. I mean, you gotta head into her. She's not giving up.
Fights.
And there she declares war on us. Incredible, really. I'm a bit surprised at that, of course, but we could just use this to finally crush her on the last islands. My battleships have been fully repaired by now. She's also at war with the pirate there once more right away. And as we can see, already fighting the pirate. with all her might. There should still be a battleship somewhere roaming around here. Oh god, where did she send it? I mean, I really don't want to go to war yet, so yeah, we can go with ceasefire. But seriously, Bente, you have some problems in your mind, and you should really start seeing someone. Doesn't matter, she's still at war with the pirate though, and the pirate is not kidding around. I mean, she's built up some ships there again. It's actually the ships that are for sale. We could purchase them right away if we wanted to. And she is burning down those ships. They're going down really quickly. Unfortunately, the pirate ships are also going down really quickly because there are some serious firepowers over there. She can actually attack them even though they are for sale. That's interesting. And at least one more ship is going down. Oh, Bente, you never learn really. But of course, it's no real threat anymore for us. Meanwhile, we get another problem with the Skyline Towers as construction continues. There might be some sabotage in the back here that we need to have a look on. Theft on the construction site. I had nothing to do with it, boss. We came to find the site like that. The beams were gone and just a little warning note left behind. Be reasonably, boss. Cut this from our wages. Replace the missing materials. Agree to punish the group of workers. That's never a good thing, right? We rely on the workers. Let's replace it. I mean, 30 tons of steel beams. Should be no problem, really. As we continue with the construction, more and more events will happen and more things we will need to do in order for this. So this is probably the most difficult monument when it comes to time and when it comes to these missions, because we need to do a lot of them. And if we fail, we seriously fall back on progress there. We need to keep a close eye on that. So far so good. Stay tuned.